I'm here with Sam Holdon, of course, of Maxwell Silver Hammer.
Hi everyone. I mean, a lot of it is Chinese whispers, hearsay.
Absolutely.
He was at the show. I told him earlier I didn't want him there, but I shouldn't have done because he went anyway. And there was a bit of an incident. I was stood at the bar. I was getting Foster's in, and then sort of no, he just comes up to me and says, "Sam." Didn't even say anything more than that. And he left. Well, we saw him at the Leveson inquiry, and he was pretty much the same. It must be an age thing. So he's got some problems. There was his affair with Charlotte Church. He hit her. You know, everyone has problems.
You, of course, yourself had that turpentine addiction.
I was in Turpentine City because of all the turpentine I've been having. It couldn't go on like that. So I got clean. If he's going to play at Samstock this year, he's going to have to.
Have you rehearsed yet?
No.
Not for a year?
No.
You got a gig in a week? It's not.
I don't see what the problem is. We may not even rehearse at all. I don't see what the problem is. Last year the show was fine.
But you have been in practice.
Yeah. I don't see the link you're making. In fact,
I don't want to say that people are paying.
It's not a reunion. It's like saying the record that I made in the year was a solo record. It wasn't a solo record.
No, but it was.
It wasn't a solo record.
It was called Sam Holdon's solo record. You say it's ironic in all the interviews, Alan Carr, Celebrity Ding Dong, Miranda, the guest appearance. You know, you're always saying, "This is my solo record." Now, I don't want to.
In what way is it a solo record?
Well, it's just you.
Maybe over time my opinion will change, but I don't think it was a solo record. I think I worked with.
That's fine.
Bertie played in a couple of tracks, and he played the tambourine playing. I mean, his tambourine playing was a bit off, so I had to replace it.
Yes.
But he was there for a good 3 hours in the studio. So if you think that's a solo record, then it's a solo record. But
okay, well, fair enough.
No.
What happened?
There's always one.
What happened? Why the sort of incredibly bitter separation? You know, what was happening within the band at that point, and what led to the?
It was a very turbulent time in the music industry.
Absolutely.
Politically at the time, because Ash was heavily involved with UKIP, and they were. And that conflicts with my own pro-European views, and he was bringing anti-European songs to the band. He couldn't even play the bass that well. It's not an instrument. That chicken.
The chicken. It felt a little like a joke.
We throwing a cat amongst the pigeons by bringing that chicken on tour with it.
Yes, okay, fine, but it did feel a bit like, oh, okay, it was funny. It was funny when there was the photo. It was a bit funny when it came out on stage, but night after night, it got a little thin. It felt like the joke was being taken too far, going too long. I mean, the songs were essentially ruined. You couldn't keep in time. There was no lower register on the songs. It was really unpleasant, actually, to be at those gigs. Is there anything you would have changed?
I'd thought about replacing Tom, the keyboardist, for the second chicken. I think that would have improved the shows. It took us 3.5 weeks to notice. And it was only until we actually needed a guitar line, sort of 22 days after he went to Machu Picchu, that we realised he was gone. So it wasn't really that big a problem. He came back 6 days later. His hair was much longer. Yeah. Long hair.
Very tanned indeed.
He's wearing a poncho. And he said, he came into the studio, told us to put all our instruments. He started tapping the mic. He got a beat going. He started clicking into it. Yeah. And they just picked up this instrument he brought back. No idea what it was. It sort of made a sort of like washboard noise. He started rubbing it, picked up his guitar. This was this gorgeous riff. What's happening? He said this. Music. He just looked at us and then we looked back at him. I thought it was just one of those crystallising moments when we knew this song was going to be a #1 record.
Of course it was. That was Big Bananas.
Big Bananas, yeah. That's how it happened. He brought that back. So him going to Machu Picchu, and what he did there, I haven't asked him. I don't really care, but it was good.
Are you friends?
We're like work colleagues. We go in, we play, we do what we do to make money.
Yeah.
You know, there's no sort of artistic merit to what we do. None of us have any sort of artistic integrity. It's about making money, and as much money as possible. That's why there's so much merchandise and it's so highly priced. No, I mean there was nothing below board with me and Dale. It was a purely professional relationship. I mean, sure, there were moments after we'd had a few drinks. You know, hands slipped. Things were said that you could never really take back. But that didn't affect our working relationship. I mean, sure, what even is sexual?
Well, I suppose it's a physical relationship.
Well, then, in many ways, yes. It was an almost exclusively sexual relationship between me and Dale. And it was bile, alright, essentially. Very little review of the music. He was just blowing out of all proportion things. The conclusions were lazy. It was poorly written.
The press loved it. You won the Booker.
What's that? Nothing. It's a nothing award.
So last of all, Sam. Sam's stop next week, of course. Are we just going to be hearing the old classics, or is this going to be new material as well?
No comment.